What's up, bros? Today we are hunting for Uri and Kuzmenko red and blue border parallels. This is a slightly more boring retail configuration because unlike blasters, these don't have yellow border parallels, but at the same time it's also approximately a quarter cheaper than blasters on the per card basis. So I guess this compensate Charlie McAvoy retro parallel, a cool looking card. In general, I don't understand why Upper Deck prints so much O-Pee-Chee retail, because a point of buying a retail could be hitting some cool looking shiny insert. Nick Lady, our first blue border parallel. But in case of O-Pee-Chee, there are really no good looking inserts. I guess the best you could pull is something like this O-Pee-Chee Premier insert, which is like essentially just a base card. Or in terms of parallels, the best you can pull this a retro, or I guess the most rare parallel here is a red border parallel, one per box. But a bigger problem is that the checklist is just so big that Dylan Holloway, our first retro rook. Yeah, the checklist is so long that pulling anybody of value is just so much against your odds. And of course, it's fun to open O-Pee-Chee because you learn about these players which usually don't make other sets with shorter checklists, but I'm not sure that's what most people who are buying O-Pee-Chee are looking for. Of course, this year a big plus is that it is a mid-season product. Jack Hughes, blue parallel, a local player of mine, who is doing really well. Yeah, this season is good that O-Pee-Chee is a mid-season relief, a fresh New Jersey Devil, Eric Howler, but somehow he's still depicted in Bruins uniform, although this Howler for Zaka traded happened very early in the off season. So despite this being a mid-season product like Upper Deck, I didn't bother to update the checklists. But it's good that there is now that O-Pee-Chee is just a standalone product without this update in Series 2. Yeah, this is the best insert you can pull out of this a retail configuration. And Vasily Podkozin, retro parallel. Yeah, unfortunately, Podkozin had a pretty strong rookie season last year, but he dropped out of Canucks rotation and spent most of the season this year in Abbotsdorf. Vladislav Gavrikov, a fresh Los Angeles King blue parallel. Eeli Tolvanen, actually a really interesting player. He struggled mightily with Predators, but after this trade to Seattle, his stats like really went up. Like he's like scoring something like a point per game, the point per game pace. So I actually went to see Seattle playing New Jersey, and Seattle as a team is it doesn't have like mind-blowing talent, but they really play really well as a team. But in that game, actually, yeah, Adam Larsson scored the only goal against Devils in that game. In that game, Eeli Tolvanen didn't do like much. He really leaves out of his shot, so he had a couple of power play chances, but yeah, they went too much of the net. Oh, we pull actually Sid the Kid, a retro parallel. That's pretty nice. So yeah, my impression of Tolvanen before this trade was that he really leaves out of his shot, but for players like that, it shouldn't really matter on which team you are, but somehow, like for him, it made a lot of difference, and that's interesting. And yep, our box hit, this red border parallel, is of my favorite player in the league, who I loved even before he joined the league, Alexis Lafreniere. Yeah. LOL. Yeah. What can I say? Yeah, I was hoping for a Uri or a Kuzmenko, a red border parallel, but nope. Has to be my favorite player of all time in Luffy. Yeah, I should be honest with you that opening this OPC retail in large volumes is hard and requires a lot of effort, because it gets stale with so much base, and inserts are really not standing out. Yes, so if you're looking for a low-end hockey retail break, yeah, MVP is surely a more fun break with all this shiny inserts and a smaller checklist, which makes the chance of hitting somebody big much more significant. At least we pull a Uri, a rookie card, so not a complete disaster of a break. So, and if you're looking for a value in terms of breaking like the retail, of course it is Series 1 and Series 2. Upper Deck Hockey, which you should be looking at. Yeah, can't recommend it to adults because it's too boring. Can't recommend it to the kids because kids are looking for superstar players, and chance of getting them in such a lot checklists are next to non-existent. Overall, this was a typical O-Pee-Chee retail break. Our box hit this red border parallel of Luffy. Then other cards of interest are perhaps these retros of Sid the Kid and Stamkos and Uri, our rookie card, pretty nicely centered.